Hello everybody, it's me John, aka Nosey, and I'm back just for a bit of a natter. What the hell's that? Natter. A bit of a natter. That would have been better. Yeah, I'm here for a bit of a natter, a TFNation natter. And this has no main subject matter to it. This is just me wanting to just express my excitement for the upcoming TFNation 2025 in August. And yeah, I just wanted to just talk about it because I know I have made videos this year for TFNation. I've done my regular stuff that I always do every year. My information videos talking about guest announcements and other aspects of the event. I've also done a couple of live streams with myself and obviously myself. Tony has joined me on a couple, as well as Adam White talking about the hotel information. Basically options for hotels. We did like a couple of, did two of them altogether. And I will be doing my pre-TFNation live stream next Friday, literally the Friday before we go. I believe it's the, what day is it? I think it's the 1st. Anyway, so next Friday, the Friday before we set on off to TFNation. Well, we are setting off the Thursday, so it's technically a little bit shorter. It's actually a day shorter than some people, but nonetheless. But yeah, TFNation 2025 is fast approaching, and it's scary to think we are like literally almost halfway through 2025 already. I mean, where's the year gone already? And it's been a bit of a whirlwind week. This past week's been a bit of a whirlwind. The passing of Ozzy Osbourne, the legend that is Ozzy. And then obviously Hulk Hogan, the news about Hulk Hogan yesterday. It's been a bit of a whirlwind week. But yeah, what is it about TFNation? I mean, I've already made a video talking about why I go to TFNation. Why I go, well, the reasons why I go every year. So unfortunately in this video I am going to have to kind of like talk about similar to what I spoke about in that video as well. But basically why I go every year is, I know it sounds like it's a rehearsed line every time I make a video, but it is the truth. It is the God's, no, I won't say God's honest because I'm not religious, but anyway, it is the honest truth that, it is the honest truth that I go to TFNation for the people. Not so much the toys, but I go mostly for the people, because some people won't understand that, because you go to a convention for the subject matter that convention is based on. If it's a Comic Con, it's a mixture. With a Comic Con, it's literally everything under one roof. Anime, movies, TV, sports, all that kind of jazz. It's basically just a mixture of all sorts and a celebration of everything. But then when you get something like TFNation, where it's a dedicated convention about one thing, which is big giant robots, happen to be from Cybertron, Transformers. And the whole idea is obviously you get absorbed in there, you go to the panels, you go to see the guests of honour and all that, and you buy stuff from the dealer room. Yes, that is all part and parcel of going to the convention, and I do partake in all those things. However, it's not just about spending of my monies. Let's see how big of a haul I can get this year. It's not about that. It's about the people. Because it's the people that keep me coming. That sounded wrong. It's the people that keep me, coming back to TFNation each and every year. It's the hard work and dedication of the TFNation team behind the scenes. It's how much effort they put into bringing us an event every year. And it's not just one, they're doing 3 a year now. 3 a year. Just think of just the workload those guys are going under. They don't seem to really get much free time, especially Billy and everybody. It's just, But I keep coming back to TFNation because it is primarily the people. It's the friendships I've made over the years. It's the people, new and old. I know that sounded a bit wrong saying it in an old fashion, but people I've known for a long time, and also those that I probably meet for the first time. Because that is what I love about it. That's the beautiful thing about TFNation, is that every single year, even though I've met so many people throughout the years of going to these conventions and going to TFNations and auto assemblies in the past, even though I've met so many people, like-minded people such as myself, over the years, I always seem to end up having conversations with people I've never heard of before, never met before. Brand new, first time, second timers. Last year was actually kind of interesting because there was like Dutch people, there was people from Denmark, I believe. There was a couple of young women that were either from, I don't know if they're from Norway or Denmark or something. I know there was somebody from Poland, I believe. I remember I was having a conversation outside, the smoking area outside last year, and there was this woman. I think she was from Poland. I could be wrong with that, but I had a conversation with a guy. This was during Saturday, during the club con thing on a Saturday. So I went outside because obviously I don't vape anymore, people. So just to let people know, but when I was at TFN last year, I did partake in the vape, So I went out for a quick vape in between intervals, and there was this guy just stood to one side, and I still cannot remember this guy's name. If you are watching this, if you happen to watch this, I do know you subscribe to my channel, but if you see this, mate, please, by means, please comment below this video and let me know it was you that I'm talking about, because I would like to put a name to the person that I'm talking about, because I'm bad with names. I'm better with faces than I am with names. But yeah, so there was this chap, and he was just outside the smoking bit at where the TFNation is actually at the TFNation end of the hotel. And I went outside having a quick vape in between intervals of ClubCon, and there was this guy. He was on his own. I didn't think he was part of TFNation. He just didn't look like he was part of coming to TFNation at first. I thought he was just a normal person in the hotel. And then I'm just minding my own business, and a couple of other people came out, and I was just talking to them and all that kind of jazz. And then he just started kind of talking to me, and he's just like, "Oh, are you here for TFNation?" And I went, "Yeah, I am, yeah." And then we just had this conversation, and it was his very first, no, I think it was either his first or second time coming. No, I think it was his first time coming, I apologise. It was his first time ever coming to TFNation. And he was on his own. He didn't really have anybody to talk to, and he was in a bit of vulnerable spot of whether to ever come again. He was very anxious, and he was a bit on the fence of ever coming back to TFNation. But we had a bit of a conversation for a good 10-15 minutes, and I saw him a few other times after out at that conversation, and he seemed to come out of his shell more. He seemed to get involved in conversations more, and I felt really happy that I managed to help that guy, because he was in a bit of a slump with himself, shall we say. He was in a bit of a slump with himself, didn't know what to do with himself, and he was a bit lost, and he didn't know how to approach people. He was on his own, and I managed to have, through my conversation with him, I managed to kind of get him involved in conversations, and he managed to have his experience improved, and he said he would consider coming back again in the future. And that is all part and parcel of it, is that I've been going to these things for so long, and you're always going to get a first time, somebody going there for the very first time. There's people all over the place on the social spectrum of things. People that do have some kind of either have Asperger's or ADHD or bipolar or what have you, have some kind of disorders, and also people that are very shy and do not do well in a social environment. There's a big mixture of personalities and people at going to TFNation, but yet it's a beautiful place because it's a great place of accepting everybody. no matter where you are, if you're a bit socially awkward or you don't know how to interact with people very well, it doesn't matter, because the subject matter is we're there for the same thing. We are there for Transformers. For the main part, we're there for the same thing, Transformers, big giant robots. Also, people have other interests as well, such as myself. I love anime, I love my movies, I love my films, I love my animation of all degree of animation. So you can talk to me about anything, even video games, even though I haven't played many for a while, but still. I do have, besides Transformers, everybody has other interests. And you can easily find a conversation to get involved with. The perfect situation of, if you're somebody that is a solo traveller, or you're there and it's your first time at TFNation, you don't know many people, you don't know how to interact, the best thing to do is just go up to a table that has toys on it. Because in the bar at TFNation, there is people playing with toys that they've purchased over the weekend or brought with them, or there's people playing games. And that is a great place to just approach and just say, can I join you? Or, what? Oh, I like this toy. And that's one way of breaking the ice, of introducing yourself. And a lot of people have used that method over the years and never looked back. But yeah, that's what I love about TFNation. That's what keeps me coming back, or going back to TFNation, is the people, and it's the interactions I've made, and it's the friendships I've made. Even though we don't see everybody from one year to the next, in my case, I don't see people from one year to the next because I can't afford to go right the width and length for the UK to meet people, because some people live in Wales, some people live in Scotland and Ireland and so on, and some people live out of England, like people live in like Amsterdam, people are coming from Poland. It's an international thing. People from international countries are coming to England for that weekend. So it's impossible to keep track of everybody. It really is. But it's 2 weeks. Well, it's a little bit shy of 2 weeks. But nonetheless, 2 weeks until TFNation, and I cannot wait for this thing. I cannot wait for TFNation. I can't wait for it. I've been struggling to put money together for this year's event. I've been a bit stressing about that kind of thing, about budget. I don't have the biggest of budgets this year. I'm not going to be able to buy as much as I would like. But that's not the main point. All I care about is that I have money on me and I can afford to buy myself a pint, even though it's going to be an extortionate price of a pint from the Hotel Hilton bar. But I will be bringing some supplies with me to help me out. This year I will be staying in the Moxie for the first time, so stay tuned, people, because I will be doing post TFNation videos. Okay, I'll be doing my post TFNation videos. My post TFNation videos, I usually do a vlog experience over the weekend. So I basically vlog what it was like and any interactions that seemed to happen at the time. So basically I do a whole vlog experience every year, and then obviously I do my haul and my thoughts. So those videos will be coming up afterwards. The only niggly thing I have is I don't have much time after I come home to do videos until this year very nearly didn't happen for me. This year's TFNation 2025 very nearly did not happen because I nearly had my holiday request rejected. I originally wanted to take a whole week off, so basically I go for the weekend and I come home the Monday and I'm off the rest of the week and I go back the next Monday. That's how I usually do TFNation, because I need a couple of days respite, and also I do that so that I can get my videos out as well before going back to work. So there's a reason in the madness of why I take a week off. But unfortunately I couldn't take the whole week off, and I went back to my manager and he gracefully said that he was working with everybody that wanted time off over the same period, But he's allowed me to have the Thursday and the Monday. So I've got the main 2 days for travelling sorted. So I've got Thursday off and the Monday off. But I'm back at work the Tuesday. So I travel home. I travel home from TFNation from Birmingham on the Monday, probably afternoon at this point. I won't be going home until about 7 or 8 o'clock. I won't be getting back to Hull for about 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening. Then I've got to get all the way home, drop everybody off, and then, yeah, it's going to be interesting because I've never had that experience before where I'm back to work literally less than 8 hours of me getting home. That's going to be interesting, but anyway, it's one of them things. At least I've got TFNation off. At least I've got the main 2 days for travelling to TFN and coming home. That's the main thing. I've got my travel days down. That's the main. Yes, I'm going to be a bit tired on the Tuesday of work, but it's one of them. But yeah, I am just really looking forward to it. I really, really am. It's just a great place to be, a great environment. I love TFNation. I really hope TFN carries on for a lot longer, for a long, long time. I hope the interest in TFNation continues to build because it's this very special event for a lot of people. It is a special event for a lot of people that has really helped a lot of people on a social side of things, as well as helped people kind of come out of their shell more. And it's also a great place for people to be themselves, because I can't be myself. I can't be 100% nosy outside of TFNation, because some people, even people in my family, do not understand my hobbies and interests at my age. You know, me being a fan of, say, cartoons at my age. I'm 35, and I like things like cartoons. I still watch cartoons and all this kind of stuff that some people think I should have outgrown now. Some people just do not understand my hobby, and I can't be 100% myself. I can't express myself around everybody I know, especially not at work and so on. So TFNation is a great place for everybody involved, and whether you're an attendee, whether you are an attendee, or whether you are a guest of honour, or whether you are somebody behind the scenes of TFNation, it's a great place for everybody to just come together and not think about the negative stuff going on in the world, for at least just for that weekend, and just have a blast. And I'm not saying there are other events out there. There are other conventions that do put on a good event and a good show. TFCon's another great example of meant to be a really good event, which is quite similar to how TFNation is run, apparently. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm just so happy it is almost here. I'm very much looking forward to catching up with everybody that are going this year. I'm very much looking forward to just meeting new people for the first time. If you've seen any of my videos talking about TFNation so far, or if you are somebody that is going this year for the first time, let me know. And if you see me walking about the event over the weekend, by all means come and say hello. I'm more than happy to talk to people. Especially if it's your first time. But yeah, TFNation, we will be setting off on the Thursday. So literally the day before everything all kicks off. So me, Sam and Tony, me, Sam, Joseph Ice Storm and Tony, son of SG1, we will be travelling from Hull all the way to Birmingham together to Digbeth coach station, and then we will be meeting up with Lawrence there, and then making our way from Digbeth to the NEC where the Hilton is located, and then obviously we're going to get checked in at the Moxie. I'm going to do a whole hotel thing because obviously some people have asked me about the Moxie. Have I been before? Some people are genuinely interested about the Moxie as an option for the future. So I will probably try and do a documented segment in my vlog about the Moxie, how I feel about it, what it's like, how it's situated, what the rooms look like, and all that kind of jazz. And I will probably do a post thoughts of the hotel in my post TFNation video, so people get a full aspect of what to expect from that hotel. But yeah, can't wait, people. Even though I don't have as much cash with me this year, but that isn't the main thing. As long as I'm there and I have enough money to get through the weekend for like refreshments, food, drink, going for a meal or stuff like that, that is all I care about. I'm very much looking forward to checking out they're finally starting to announce the schedules for TFNation. I will be talking about the TFN schedule stuff during my live stream. I'm gonna, during my pre-TFN live stream, everything I have not spoken about yet in just a normal video upload, I will be talking about in the live stream. So just to make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. But yeah, so yeah, it is going to be good. It is going to be a good weekend. I can't wait. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, thank you for the support on the channel. And thank you for support on these videos. And onwards and upwards. Hope to see you in August, in 2 weeks' time. In 2 weeks' time, hope to see most of you that are going to TFNation this year, whether it's your first time, whether it's your 1,000,000th time, I don't know. How many times you've been going, I don't mind. But if you are going to TFN this year, hope you have a great time. If you see me, come and say hello, by all means. Thank you, take care. I have been Nosy, and see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.